Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Project Devo. Before we actually get started today, I just want to make an announcement real fast here. Actually, kind of a big announcement. We are now partnered with Overtake USA. I'm going to post all their links in the bio. You can follow them on all socials, including YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. They are a Subaru aftermarket parts supplier. They start with powertrain bushing components all the way through some engine dress up stuff. So if you have a Subaru, even if it's an older Subaru, go check them out. Like I said, their links are going to be in the bio. I would really love to thank Art and the guys for giving me this opportunity. And stay tuned for more content coming from their parts. We're going to do a bunch of install videos. It's going to be an awesome time. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Project Evo. I just wanted to reach out to you guys here. I know last week's episode, it's not really something that a lot of car guys really want to watch or look into about mental health. However, one of the things, and the funny thing is that original idea for that episode was revolved around a couple things, and I thought I should touch on it because I cut it out of the video because I was planning on doing another video where I mentioned that, and that video is actually supposed to follow this one up. This video or episode this week is going to be on people who inspired me to be the way that I am today. And a lot of people know me outside here or outside the channel or in real life know that I'm a person who doesn't give up easy. Not many people know. I was born with former cerebral palsy. It's not something I just announce. I mean, and when you guys see me walk in a couple of these vlog videos coming up, you guys are going to obviously see that right away. It does hinder me physically a little bit. Not that I'm complaining. I can drive manual vehicles. I just don't do it every day because my left ankle, unfortunately, is prone to muscle spasms if I overuse it. And that's basically what happens. I get muscle spasms. It's not quite often, but it will affect on like week to week basis on what I can do, drive, whatever. So that's why all of my vehicles at this point are automatic. So that being said, love manuals, which I can still do it every day, but I can't. So let's get that out of the way. So, but now I really want to get into the people that inspired me to be the way I am today and how I view life in general. My view on it's basically this. I mean, if someone tells you you can't do something and you really want to do it and you have a passion to do it the fuck anyway. Pardon my language, but just do it anyway. Because the only person stopping you from doing what you want or what you love to do or accomplishing something that you want to accomplish is you. That's it. You're the only one that can tell yourself no. You're the only one that can stop yourself. There's no one else out there in this on this planet that if you have your mindset and you want to do it, you can get it done. And there's a couple big people I want to mention, and there's a lot of like little slogans that they had, the way they kind of live their life, and it inspired me to be the way I am. And I just want to get into those people, kind of give you why I feel the way I do about those people, and kind of that way you guys can kind of get an idea. First person, probably one of the most inspirational people in my life, honestly, was my grandfather. And that was because he was, he had that old school, and I want to say like 50s, 60s hardness to him for a parent figure, kind of. He didn't take shit from you. If you messed up, he held you accountable for it. And he inspired me because he knew that if he put a chip on my shoulder, I was going to be fine. And I don't think he intended to do it that way, but that's the way he was. He was, and that's saying that I don't know if he felt that he was too harsh on me at some points, but I can tell you right now, I don't think he was. I think that's what I needed at the time that I needed. And that's why I looked up to people that did that on their everyday life. And what I mean by that is, the first major person that was most influential on me was NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt. And it's most probably my uncle's fault. There's a baby picture of me with a picture of Dale Earnhardt right above my head inside a bassinet when my mom brought me home from the hospital. So maybe I was brainwashed. But the way that he drove, the way that he acted on and off the mic, the persona, or on and off the track, the persona that he carried himself with, being hard, being not give up. Um, I don't know if this was an exact quote from him. I don't know. It might be more review. Dale Earnhardt historians can tell me it was or not. But I remember after his passing, they did ESPN did a movie spoof type of thing, and I know some of it was like exaggerated, um, about his life. And one of the things about his life was that his dad came up to him and when he said it's not always a driver with the fastest car who wins the race. Most of the time, it's a driver who refuses to lose. And I almost took that as like a way of life in a sense. You're not always gonna have the fastest car, but if you refuse to lose and you learn from your minor setbacks, you're going to win majority of the time. And that's the way I viewed that saying, even though it wasn't, the most smartest thing to do sometimes. It wasn't the easiest thing to do sometimes, but that's just the way it was and the way he acted. And I took that to heart. And everything I did, like, I didn't want to accept failure. I wanted to be the best at it. And if I couldn't accomplish that, then I was going to find some way to accomplish that. Um, I take that into work with me every day. I take that into when I'm doing, you know, the YouTube stuff. Like I said, I'm learning, and every minor setback I get, every video that tanks, that I don't get over my average views. I'm not looking for hundreds of thousands of views. I'm just looking for forward progression at this point. Like the more views I get on more videos, I'm considering it a success at this point. So with that being said, when the videos tank, back to the drawing board. Start from scratch. Take what you learned from your other videos, add it into this one. And that's basically where I'm at. He was he was the number one, and I took his loss when he passed away in 2001. I took that very, very hard. I mean, I was only 11. Actually, I wasn't even 11 yet. I was 10. So, I mean, 10-year-old kid watching your hero pass away in live TV in front of you is like not the best thing on the planet. The next guy I want to get into, is another guy that I liked his aggression. He was always the go big or go home type. I mean, he was one of the most successful BMX riders in the world. And back in, the early 2000s, when I was, in my early teens and teens, action sports was huge. X Games was huge. You follow guys like Travis Pastrana. You think I'm going to say Pastrana because I'm a Subaru guy, but I mean, he hung around with Pastrana. He drove for Subaru at one point. I actually got a chance to meet him, which I'm going to post a picture up here while I'm talking. Dave Mira. I mean, I got the chance to meet him, and he was such an inspiration to me. And it was funny because I was just started dating my wife, and we went on our first vacation together, and we went up to Wellsboro, PA, where they had a Rally America rally, which is now American Rally Association. And we were walking into what they call the Park Expose, which is where they have sponsorships or whatever. They have all the cars sitting there, and you get to meet and drivers, meet and greet, and it's all free and whatnot. And I was big into Subaru then, so I was like, okay, let's go see the Subaru drivers. And David Higgins was their main driver, and Dave Mira was their secondary driver. And I went up, and it was awesome because Dave very receptive, and I actually got a chance to talk to him and meet him and to take a picture and everything like that. And it was huge to me at the time, and I being younger at the time, and being a cocky young teen, or late teens, early 20s, didn't realize the ramification of that, what I just meeting a person of that caliber, or that the person that you looked up to meant. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really portray it. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I got to meet Dave. That was awesome. And it was funny because I even had a little meet-in with one of the team members. I was walking up and I had all my little Subaru gear on, being a little Subaru fanboy. And the one mechanic, I can remember him because I still see him at their events. I don't think he retired from Vermont Sports Car yet, but I want to say he's Eastern European, has a really strong European accent. And he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you're going to the wrong spot." And he like flagged me down because I was wearing all the Subaru gear. He's like, "You should be over here working with us." And I said, "That's my dream. I want to get there eventually." And he said, "Well, keep working at it, kid." He's like, "Eventually you'll get there." He goes, "Just keep coming, keep coming, keep applying." You know what I mean? And I never. It was funny because like I never gave up on it. Um, like I always want to work for Subaru in some way, shape, or form. Like right now, I work at a Subaru dealership, but working for corporate or working for Vermont Sports Car has always been high up there. And now that I'm getting older, I'm not like whether getting away from the dream of doing it, but like I mean, if the opportunity came across, I might jump at it. But like the passion that I have for the brand, it stemmed from that meeting. It expanded from that meeting. And what was really cool was a couple years ago, I actually bumped into Pastrana at the same exact event. And I got to recreate that picture again with Travis. And I just explained to him the story. I was like, "Hey, can we try to recreate this picture? Like, I think it would just be freaking awesome." And he was all going to go for it because Travis and Dave were friends at that point. Like they've known each other for a while. I just thought that was kind of cool. Um, that we got to recreate it with Pastrana, which was awesome. Because I mean, let's face it, like if you're a Subaru guy, you know Pastrana, you look up to Pastrana, you respect him. So like that was kind of cool for him. And Pastrana's a really down to earth guy, so that was pretty cool. And like I said, another guy who we left I think too soon. I mean, Dave was 41 when he passed away. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with mental health, and it was tragic. It's absolutely tragic. And that was in 2016. So, um, that was a big thing for me too. When I heard about it, it was kind of just like it kind of sucked because like I mean he was kind of like out of the limelight for a while. So like it was kind of like you didn't expect it. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video or episode of Project Devo. I just want to thank again to Art and the guys from Overtake USA for sponsoring us. Like I said, there are links are in the bio. If you are Subaru guys that are watching this and you want to get some of their stuff or check out their website, all the links are in the description. And we will see you next week. Thanks. Have a good one.